chicane. Once again, Rossi very, very strong on the brakes, and he just won't leave any sort of gap for Marquez to find his way through. Over the line they go. 9 classic laps left here in Assen. Further down the field, we've lost Eugene Laverty on the field, and he's crossed out rather okay there is Laverty. Chasing what would have been a 4th successive point scoring finish, winner of the World Supersport race and World Superbikes here. Thankfully he is on his feet, that's down at number 11. That's in the Dulgersloot corner. Back at the front, it's in the Stroom, but still Valentino Rossi leads the way. Marc Marquez hasn't as yet shown Rossi a wheel, not shown his hand just yet. He is going to have a go at some stage. He's Marc Marquez. It's just not in his genes. At some point he's going to have to go. But you would imagine the way Rossi's riding, when he does, he's going to take a big risk. I think he's right down into fourth. He's absolutely thought about it, and he's very, very close this time round as well. Is he going to make a move for the first time in the race? We ride with Rossi right in his freight, number 93. But he's not close enough once again as they come down to the bottom end of the circuit and the Mandeville corner. This is as smooth and as controlled I've seen Marc Marquez ride for a long, long time. We know he's reverted back to the 2014 chassis here this weekend, that factory RC213V. It's a hybrid motorcycle now, 2015 engine, 2015 swing on with last year's frame, just to try and get some of the feeling and confidence back that Marquez lost with this year's frame. He said he can be much more precise with this year's bike. There was no room for error. He's not made a mistake so far. He's not looked like he's going to run into the back of Rossi like we've seen him make mistakes before this year. Not close enough down into the first corner. 8 laps to go. Still Rossi leading the way. Right through fair turns 2, 3 and 4. This difficult right-hander through the chicane is a very, very different story in this battle. It's a Unoni Crutch, Slow, Paul Spargo, Big Sosa, Smith, Pedrosa, a later Spargo, Dan Drucci and Maverick Mignoli. But at the front, Rossi or Marquez, it's the clash of the season. Andrea Dovizioso is now dropped behind Paul Spargo. The Tech 3 Yamaha rider getting a second win. Danny Pedrosa got up to that group pretty quickly in 9th place, but he's not been able to pick his way through to the front of the pack. He's 4 tenths of a second clear on Paul Espargaro now in 5th place. Here is Valentino Rossi trying to win a MotoGP race from pole position for the first time in 6 years, all the way back to 2009 on home soil in Misano, when he last won a race from pole position. That was what Maradona was there to support him. I think it probably was. This is like 2 great boxers just slugging it out, isn't it? But 36 years old, 22 years old, but Rossi is riding a masterful race at the front. But you just know Marquez cannot and will not resist one go at him. He said a podium finish would be fantastic after everything that's happened to us. Rossi could say, as long as he finishes in front of the way the Reds are, that's all that matters. But there's a bit more to this than this. Here comes Marquez. Marquez up the inside. Marquez leads for the first time. Can he make it stick? Rossi tries to fight back, but Marquez now leads the way. Start on lap 20. We wondered when Marc Marquez was going to show his hand. Well, there you go, on the braking zone into the first corner. I was just going to say, as they crossed the line, the gap between Rossi and Marquez was down to just 700ths of a second. Marquez got brilliant drive out of the final chicane. He pulled out of Rossi's slipstream on the brakes into the first corner. Now can Valentino Rossi respond? This is the first time we've seen Marquez make the running at the front. 6.5 laps to go. We ride with Rossi. Marquez at the front, down in the second bottom corner. Rossi not quite close enough. Little short straight, running over the curve and then into the left-hander at the ball. Rossi closing all the time. Rossi is so strong through this 4th sector, but brilliant manoeuvre by Marquez. He knew that he couldn't take Rossi in the chicane, but he lined him up beautifully coming out of the chicane, and he just has the pace, but back at the front. Rossi closing all the time. These next 2 laps are going to tell us an awful lot. It's actually just the tiniest of mistakes by Valentino Rossi coming out of that final chicane. He just cut over the AstroTurf on the inside of the curve. He would have just lost crucial drive as he came out of the chicane. Here we are, this is on the last lap where Valentino Rossi just made a fraction of a mistake. That was all Marc Marquez needed to sweep by on the brakes down into this hard block corner, down to the first corner. Marc Marquez now just putting about, 6 or 7 bike lengths between himself and Valentino Rossi. Rossi claws it all the way back though through the Medike second corner. This race not over by any stretch of the imagination. Rossi feeling the pressure to come down to the Struben. Through the Struben corner they come onto the big slag. The most famous bends in the old days, that banked hairpin, and they're doing it proud, aren't they? Marquez and Martin, the world champion and the championship leader. On board with Valentino Rossi, 30 years anniversary of on-board cameras here at Assen. Freddie Spencer and Randy Ramola, and on-board cameras. Rossi is not letting it get away. This is down at the double corner. Valentino Rossi now going to the back wheel of Marc Marquez. We're coming up to the 4th sector. Moving Mir, Hogerheider and Ramshoot, as we said before. Now this is where Valentino Rossi's been really strong all throughout the weekend. He can almost reach out, touch Marquez's back wheel. Great onboard shots here. It's Repsol Honda versus Movistar Yamaha. Marquez versus Rossi. Up through the left-hander. Rossi fires through it. Marquez just that little bit in front as they come to the chicane. Rossi can't come from that far back. Little bit of a wiggle of the rear wheel though from the Repsol Honda of Marquez as he brakes for the chicane. Over the line they go. 5 laps to go. Just a tenth of a second separating. And into turn 1. This is where he took the lead, Marc Marquez, from Rossi a couple of laps ago. The lonely old rival Jorge Lorenzo in 3rd place. And Andrea Nani, equally lonely rider, ride for him in 4th. There's this big group battling for 5th place. It's still Cal Crutchlow that leads the way from Espargaro. Pedrosa 7th, Valencia 8th, Bradley Smith 9th, and Aletha Espargaro in 10th place. Back with the leading duo, Marc Marquez and Valentino Rossi. What a duel it's been so far here in Assen. Nothing between the lap times. Previous lap 1:33.617. That's Marquez's best lap on the race, just a tenth of a second or less quicker than Valentino Rossi. The last lap, hardly anything between yet again. As you can see, the last lap, nothing between their best laps of the race so far. Rossi's last lap, absolutely flying. And Amanda Van Griegersloop, there is 4.5 laps to go. Rossi will close up through this 4th sector. He's done it absolutely every single time when he's been behind him, and has opened up a bit of advantage when he's been in front of him. They race through Hogerheider, and now up to the left-hander and Ramshoot. Is Rossi closing up? We ride with Rossi. Is he lining him up at the chicane on the brakes? No way he was going to get through that time. Marquez and Rossi over the line now. You can feel the tension in the grandstands. Just over a tenth of a second splitting the two of them. Now this is the phase of the race last year where the Honda had the advantage. When it came down to the last 3 or 4 laps, the Honda had kept the better grip. Now that was where Yamaha really worked on during the winter. Valentino Rossi talked about the new chassis this weekend giving him better grip, particularly after 20 laps. And Rossi not being dropped off at all. So this new chassis better for agility and also better for tyre endurance. Back to the big slag they come. Just over 4.5 laps to go. Then from the rest, Rossi will try and close here and try to use that advantage when he comes to that vital 4th sector. Marquez leads away. He's been there for the last 4 laps. Race winner here last year in very different conditions and a very, very different race. Through Stickerman, down Rossi's now folding on the bottom corner. The left-hander, Rossi closes up once again on the brakes. But like Marquez, we said he's going to have one go. Without a doubt, I'm sure Rossi can have one go. Six would tell him he's in front of Lorenzo. That's what matters in the championship. He wants to beat Marc Marquez in a straight head-to-head. Their real first straight head-to-head for a win this season. With Valentino Rossi closes right up on Marquez again now into the Ramshoot corner. 4th gear, almost 190 kilometers now. pounding on the floor. Down the legs, the cars are getting all thought Rossi was having a look at the inside.
I know he was going there. He decided not to, but he lined him up, didn't he?
3 laps to go. Marquez leading from Valentino Rossi. It's been one of the great battles between the two of them since Marquez came to the Premier Class in 2013. Jorge Lorenzo over the line in a very lonely third place. It's all about these two men now. Marquez and Rossi. Espargaro now has got to the front of the screen. Crutchlow's dropped back 2 places. Well, there was a mistake on that lap by Cal Crutchlow, but he's back in 7th place. Rossi right on the back of the game of Marquez.
Back to the big line they come. 3 but 2.5 laps to go. Rossi is close to Edwards. Just a little wobble from the front end of the Yamaha, but they're safely through the rest and down towards Steckenbach.
Marquez, we know he's great riding under intense pressure, trying to drag himself out of the doldrums. Back-to-back crashes in Magellan and Barcelona have really put a massive hole in his bid to win a 3rd straight. Well, here comes the inside. Valentino Rossi has got on the inside of Marquez to take the lead back. Marquez responds immediately. This is up at turn 11. Rossi still holds the lead. The crowd going wild here in Assen.
97,000 people are on their feet. MotoGP at its very best. The 36-year-old Italian leads the way again, but don't think that is last. He's being lined up by Marquez. Rossi breaks as late as he can. Everybody in the grandstand opposite us is on their feet. 2 laps to go. Rossi leads the way.
2 laps to go. It's Valentino Rossi by almost 3/10 of a second from Marquez. Rossi trying to win for the 3rd time. He's already putting a bit of a gap between himself and Marquez. Has Rossi got his tactics absolutely bang on? This is down into the wrong left-hander. Rossi got really close to Marquez now, and on the braking zone to Mandarine. Up the inside goes Valentino Rossi. Marquez tries to fight back. That's what the crowd here thought of it. 97,000 fans, and Rossi is half a second now between himself and Marquez. Valentino Rossi aiming for an 8th victory here in Assen.
Rossi through the beans like down towards the Ruskanov, now down towards Steckenbach. This is where he was lining up Marquez and they come into the wrong corner. Marquez scored back, he actually got back in front I think, but Rossi just rode round the outside of it and would not give way. 1.5 laps to go. Absolutely classic racing at this legendary venue. We've seen some great races here in the last 25 years. This is as good as any of them. But you know, I reckon Rossi might have broken Marquez.
Here's the old maestro calling the tune yet again. Valentino Rossi. Alex Diandis has crashed out further down the field. Here is Rossi. Clear daylight between himself and Marquez. We're coming down into the final chicane on the penultimate lap. You can hear the crowd going absolutely wild in the background. Rossi about to start the final lap. The gap between Rossi and Marquez as they cross the line, almost half a second. Rossi just did his personal best lap of the race. He's got the hammer down here in Holland.
What a ride by Valentino Rossi. Jorge Lorenzo will pick up those 16 points in 3rd place, but he won't make the headlines this time round. Classic duel at the front, and Rossi is getting away. 36 years old, 9 times world champion, chasing his 9th victory here at Assen. You've never seen him ride better than he's ridden this afternoon.
This has got to be the first time that Valentino Rossi's really got the better of Marquez in a straight shootout for the win. Marquez, he's not giving up without a fight, though. We know he's a real warrior. He's the Repsol Honda rider. He's closed the gap right up now on Valentino Rossi's back down to just under 3/10 of a second. Down into the ball. Marquez really, really close now. Rossi under real pressure. This is going to be all about the final chicane.
It certainly is, just when we thought it was over. He's not a double MotoGP World Champion for nothing. Marquez now closing up on Rossi. Rossi is particularly so quick through these corners, up through the high mile to this vital rumshot left-hander. Rossi still leads away. Has Marquez got anything left? He is going to come late as they come into the chicane.
There'll be a launch.